What is going on, guys? My name is Peter Roberts. Here behind me, I just left a thrift store. I'm going to break down my simple thrifting strategy. I want to walk you through some of the items that I picked here first and foremost, but also what I do and how to create an effective thrift strategy. Are you just going in there with your open mind of kind of being scattered? But I realize that after I find a strategy or I find a system, to continue to use that system, that only creates traction, allows me to find more things, which allows me to create more sales, which becomes a great and more successful thrift store. So that's what I do. I'm gonna walk you guys through how I go through it, what are my systems, and what are my main goals when I enter any thrift store, and how I continue to find some solid items. So with that being said, I want to break you guys through some quick items here just to show you that this strategy is pretty effective for me. Yes, I didn't find the most important or anything that I go after the most, but I'll teach you guys here in a second what my strategy is. But I'm gonna break down some of the items. So first off here is this, as you can see, Nike little cotton pullovers, crew neck. I paid $5 for it, so everything today behind me was 50% off. So as you see, it is marked as $10. I spent $30 today. So this is purchased it for $5, which will be sold for about $25 probably to $19.99, somewhere in between there. A great little fine Nike pullovers, little vintage look as well. And then here we are is a sweet Manchester United. Here we are here. See that patch, this sharp Manchester United Umbro short sleeve jersey. It's like a retro jersey. I paid $7, so half off is $3.50. I was able to see the comps on this. I think it was like anywhere from $25 to $28 that was selling, and it's a pretty nice piece. I love the patch on that. Had to pick it up. And then here are 3 Polo classic fit, like these vintage striped pocket t-shirts. I don't say vintage, but a little retro throwback. These are selling pretty great on eBay for $17.99. I picked up 3 and I paid $3.50 for them all. So here is the last one, this white one. These 3 color patterns are excellent, and I just realized that, hey, when I buy these together, hopefully I can sell them together as a bundle or even just separate them individually and still make some pretty quality margin on that as well. And then lastly, another brand that I love to sell is a sweet Vineyard Vines here. It's a Derby edition 2014 Vineyard Vines pocket tee. I paid $2, half off of $1 for this Vineyard Vines t-shirt, anywhere from $20 to $24 just because it's a little special edition pocket tee in a size large. So you can't beat that. And then here we are with another golf brand that I love to sell is Callaway. If you ever get this chance to pick it up, Callaway size XXL, this long sleeve performance polo collared shirt, sells anywhere from $27 to $30 on eBay. And then here we are with a brand that I've never picked up before. Great, it's called the Illuminite. I looked up the comps list. It's selling for about $34, $35. This brand is like a running jacket. The Illuminite, it's just a running jacket that basically is specialized in at night running, so you can wear these jackets, not get hit by a car, all that stuff. But great quality jacket. I like the way it looks, and hopefully to sell it for $34, $35. I picked it up for $5, and that's what we did in the thrift today. So with that being said, let's time to break down what I do and what my main strategy is in the thrift. Today I didn't find as many jackets or many big bulky items, which I love to go after. First off, that is my #1 strategy, is to find bigger items. What I like to do is I like to search the outside, the perimeters, and mainly when I first walk into the thrift store, when them doors open and there's other resellers in there, they seem to go somewhere else. I seem to go right to the jackets. I like finding like bigger, bulkier North Face jackets, like Columbia jackets, LL Beam jackets, stuff that's a little thicker, that's more expensive in the thrift. So what I realize is that these higher ticketed items in the thrift are also higher ticketed on eBay. So if I can buy them for $15, usually I'll be able to sell them for $80 to $70. So my margin is greater when I'm going to sell like bigger and bulkier items. So that's my #1 thing. And then I go into hoodies, like stuff like that. So I like to pick up things that are more expensive at first. So I kind of search the perimeter, then I'm gonna go into the inside. The inside, it's kind of like your collared shirt. You're gonna see your button front. You're gonna see this plain long sleeve and some activewear. That's where I see some more of my greatest scores is in these long sleeve. I see a lot of these brands that we're wearing, Vineyard Vines, Patagonia. I see vests in there, stuff like that. So narrow down. And lastly, my third and second to last stop is going to be the short sleeve shirts. I like going to the short sleeve shirt. Not only is there a lot of inventory to go through, but it's usually a lot that has been picked through. So that's why I don't really focus, number one, on the short sleeve shirts, and also because the margin is not the greatest. I think the most expensive shirt that I was able to pick out of a short sleeve shirt thrift was like maybe 50-60 bucks. An old retro like Tommy Hilfiger polo t-shirt. So I wasn't able to find a lot. So basically I go on my track record or history. I just seem to score the most with the long sleeve, thicker jackets, so I continue to stick with that. And that's my main strategy. And then lastly, I head over to shoes, because shoes in the thrift store seem to go like your favorite candy in the candy store. People just go in there and they take out all the shoes. And yes, you can find some margin, but around me, there's not a lot of opportunity in the shoe market here. Seems like the shoes that had the opportunity to get on the shelves are already snatched before me, or that they are already like beaten up, stained. And I only buy shoes that are worth buying and that have great condition and not worn and they smell new and stuff like that. So I never really get into the shoes aisle as much, but mainly hit up things that have the highest margin. Don't be wasting your time finding smaller ticketed items that you're only gonna make $3 to $4 on. I'd rather multiply that or 10x that and make $30, $40 on an item, walk away with 5 items, and then I'm happy for the day. So I try to get as much as I can. Yes, I will go into the smaller items but search the whole thrift, and then you're gonna find things that you're not gonna expect in other aisles. Make sure you hit the boys or the women's section as well. What I do is I find a lot of women's jackets that are worth as much as the men's jackets in the women's, and then I find boys clothing that is misplaced in the men's clothing. So really keep your eyes open, look around, and go through. If you see other resellers in there, don't be discouraged. What I realize is that they're gonna pass over a lot of things that you have a lot of opportunity on. And make sure you are scanning, you are looking up the comps on a lot of things. If you don't recognize the brand, if you don't recognize that item, be sure to check, because you're gonna be surprised sometimes. People are oblivious as they come, you know. They think they're gonna go in there knowing for some things that they wanna search, but they're gonna pass over a lot of hot items. So don't be discouraged. If you're not finding a lot in the thrift, continue to get out there, maybe do a little bit more research on the market and see and understand the concept of supply and demand. Don't buy things that are just wasting or sitting on your shelf for months and months at a time. If it's a lot listed on eBay, there's probably a reason. The brands that I try to avoid, Tommy Bahama is now washed out. Eddie Bauer is not really my most popular brand anymore. I used to do great with it. And then like Polo, Ralph Lauren, button fronts, people always just buy those in the thrift and they think they're gonna sell. Unless they're a crazy pattern, unless they're creative and they look amazing, I'd say pick them up, but they're just oversaturated and the market is oversaturated. So make sure, do your due diligence, look around you, look up things that are gonna stand out, outlandish items, and more importantly, go out there and just hit the thrift, continue to thrift, don't give up. But try this. Go out into the next time you go out there and you're trying to make some money, selling on eBay, you don't know what to buy, go on the jackets, look up the jackets, and I'm telling you, you're gonna find some quality goods. And more importantly, I love to thrift on Wednesday. Wednesday is my favorite day to go out to the thrift store. This thrift store behind me and any Salvation Army around me on a Wednesday is 50% off. And absolute bangers, because the margin is so much higher and you're gonna be able to pick up some items that you wouldn't really pick up because now they're 50% off. That allows me to find more inventory, source more stuff, and allow me to sell more things on eBay, which makes it a better day going to the thrift. So that's kind of my little strategy I broke down for you. Leave a comment. If you have not yet subscribed or liked my channel, hit that subscribe button below, give me a like, and hit up me on social media or even on this video below, guys. I'd love to connect, hear what you're going through, and I'd love to help. Thank you for tuning in. It was fun. Let's keep thrifting, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.